Will you follow me to the end? No, he said. I'll walk beside you, though I know you'll betray me. The skies above Kareth. 5 burned orange as the last of the rebellion's gunships roared toward the capital. Craters smoked. Monuments shattered. The war that had started with whispers was ending in screams. In the ruins of the obsidian palace, she stood like a blade drawn too many times. Her silver armor was cracked. Her breath came slow. Her violet eyes, once cold as stars, were now shadowed with regret. And beside her stood the one man she could not shake. Kael Voss, human, rebel, once her prisoner, once her ally, perhaps something more. She turned to him. I need you, she said, voice hoarse. We're almost there. He looked at her with tired eyes. You don't need me. You need someone who trusts you. She flinched. They stood atop the ruins of her world. Her father's empire crumbling, her people scattering like ash. The rebellion she helped ignite was now swallowing everything she once believed in. And still, he was here. You followed me this far, she whispered. Will you follow me to the end? Kael looked at her. Not like a soldier, not like a hero, just a man, bruised and worn and human. No, he said. I'll walk beside you, though I know you'll betray me. Silence fell between them, thicker than smoke. She turned away. I deserve that, she murmured. Maybe worse. They had met on opposite sides. She was General Lissari Vel of the Thalare Ascendancy, bred for strategy and victory. He was a captured rebel spy, caught sneaking plans out of the northern citadel. She interrogated him. He made her laugh. She threatened him. He offered her truths no one else dared say. He told her her empire was rotting from the inside. And one night, when the palace shook and alarms rang, he didn't try to escape. He saved her life. That was when everything changed. The plan now was madness, but it was all they had left. Together, they would sneak into the high vaults beneath the palace and trigger the final override code, shutting down the remaining war machines before they could flatten the rebel cities. A suicide run, some called it. A final act of mercy. They thought. A betrayal waiting to happen. Kael knew. Still, he went with her. Through burning corridors. Through echoing vaults. Past the statues of her ancestors, now faceless, shattered. He followed her not because he trusted her, but because he had seen something in her eyes the day she chose to free the prisoners rather than kill them. That day, she had stopped being a general. She had become something else. And maybe that version of her still lived. As they descended the final steps into the vault, Lissari slowed. Kael, she said, not looking at him. He stopped beside her. I don't want to change things, she said, but I wasn't made for peace. I was made to win. That instinct that doesn't go away. He nodded slowly. That's what I'm afraid of. They reached the vault core, a massive sphere of humming energy suspended in glowing columns. Inside, the Ascendancy's war AI slept, waiting for the final code. Lissari stepped forward, hands trembling. This is it, she said. Once I say the code, there's no turning back. Then say it. She hesitated. Say it, Liss. She turned toward him. Do you think I'll betray you? He didn't speak. His silence was answer enough. She nodded. Then her hand reached toward the panel. And then she stopped. I can't, she whispered. Kael drew his blaster instantly, aiming it at her heart. I knew it. Tears welled in her eyes. You think I want this war to go on? I don't. But the AI is not just a machine. It's a memory of my people, our last legacy. If I shut it down, it's like saying we were wrong all along. You were. She turned her face away. Then shoot me. Kael didn't lower the blaster. I should, he said. You've lied, manipulated, used me. She closed her eyes. But I won't. He tossed the blaster aside. It clattered on the floor. Because I meant what I said. I'll walk beside you. I just won't follow. She looked at him, trembling. He stepped beside her and reached toward the panel. No more empires. No more machines deciding who lives and who dies. She looked at his hand, hovering over the final command input. I was supposed to be strong, she whispered. You are. You're just choosing a different kind of strength now. She stared at the core, at her people's pride, their fear, their weapons. Then her hand moved beside his. Together, they pressed a command. The vault shuddered. The core's light dimmed. Across the planet, machines powered down. Warships fell silent. The sky began to clear, and the war ended. Later, in the ashes of what was once an empire, Lasari and Kale stood in silence. Around them, the world began to rebuild. You could leave now, she said. You've done your part. He looked at her. You want me to leave? She didn't answer. Then I'll stay, he said. Even though I nearly betrayed you, I never said you nearly did. I said you would. She blinked. I still believe you will, he said. One day, maybe not with war, maybe not with lies, but your heart, it's full of battles. She looked away, ashamed. But I'll stay, he said again. Not because I trust you, but because I believe you're trying. A tear slipped down her cheek. I don't deserve you. No, Kale said softly. You deserve a chance. And so they stayed, not as lovers, not as enemies, as something more difficult. Two people learning how to walk side by side, even when the path was cracked, even when one knew betrayal could still come. Because sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk forward, not alone, not behind, but beside someone who is still learning how to be better.